my last straw was, she literally says in the book, like, I don't like Mamma Mia. And I was like, oh, you so
that's
mad.
alright, that's a lie.
That was the last straw. You're out of here.
You crossed it.
Welcome to Fizz and Fiction.
I'm Spencer.
And I'm Kristen.
And we are our besties minding over books.
With some fizz.
Woohoo! Fizz. My fizz is almost out.
I know, mine's looking a little weak.
Oh, mine's like water.
Oh, yeah.
It's just basically water.
We can make chais after this.
Yeah, Coke water.
Before we get started, there's this TikTok that I saw. I feel like I started so many stories that way, but it's just like what I do now. And this girl was making homemade Dr. Pepper.
How do you do that?
It was really interesting.
She got the 23 flavors?
so a lot of the comments were like, that's only 11 flavors. So she was putting... But really though, she was putting in like cinnamon sticks and like things like that, and she like made a syrup and then she added like seltzer water to it. So I might try it.
Interesting.
And get back to you.
Okay. I mean, yeah,
it's like more like a fresh ingredient kind of thing. But a lot of the comments were like, I didn't count 23 flavors.
Was cherry? Did she put like cherry syrup in it?
Yeah, I think so. Like pomegranate a little bit too. I think because like grenadine's like pomegranate technically.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that's what grenadine was.
Grenadine is not cherry syrup. It's pomegranate.
I have a pomegranate tree.
You should make. Oh, let me fact check myself really quick.
Oh, I should make grenadine. That'd be so different.
I know. Grenadine is made up of pomegranate juice and sugar.
That's wild. Oh my gosh.
I know.
I can't wait to do that. Because I was wondering what I was going to do with this pomegranate.
This is going to be so good.
I don't need a pomegranate.
Yeah, now you can just make grenadine.
Oh, okay.
Homemade grenadine, I would buy that off your farm stand.
Heck yeah.
Anyway, that was a tangent about Fizz. Fizz tangent.
Nice.
Welcome though. Today we're talking about Second Chance Hotel.
Yep, Second Chance Hotel. Oh yeah, look at the author. I forget it.
I know, I forgot.
So basically, while she's looking that up, it's about a girl whose life is kind of in shambles, I guess. She gets fired. Sierra Godfrey. She gets fired from her job, and also, like, her boyfriend, they broke up right before that, who works with her. Yeah. And she basically, like, goes on to Eat, Pray, Love. Yeah. And winds up in Greece, where, where she... Well, I guess it doesn't spoil it.
I think they tell you that she kind of inherits.
Where she inherits a hotel and other things ensue.
Yes.
So that's the basic premise.
Yeah. And our friend Laura had read another book by this author and enjoyed it, or was enjoying it. I think she was in the middle of it. And I requested a happier book for the month.
You know, they find these authors, and the first books that they read from is always good, and the second one's always
Does it make you question if that first book actually is good?
Sometimes. I'm going to trust... I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, because not every book's a winner, but...
Yeah, like, there's plenty of authors that write books that you resonate with and the books that you don't resonate with.
Yeah.
And, you know, the ones we're referring to in both these instances, like, in this moment, the main character's unlikable. I think that, like... You know, especially when you're like reading in first person, like you are with that main character.
Yeah.
And if they are insufferable, it makes the book so much longer.
It makes it so much longer.
Like, and they're like, I think that people nowadays have this like idea of like anti-heroes and like you don't have to be like this sweet, nice, blah 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 girl, and that's fine.
But you still like anti-heroes.
That's the thing.
Don
They're
Draper,
likable.
You still love Don Draper because he's charismatic as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you still... I feel like he is such a good archetype of anti-villain. But you still love him because...
Like, he's doing bad, shitty things.
Yes.
But you like him.
But you still like him.
And I almost wonder if it's because, like, you like him before you realize he's doing the shitty things.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like...
Because they don't reveal to you right off the bat.
Right, that he's, like, a horrible, like, dad and, like, husband or whatever he is. But, like, we'll talk about it in a second, like, the things we didn't like about this main character. But she just, like, immediately, right off the bat, you're like, oh, I hate her.
Yeah.
There's actually this thing in writing where it's, like, the book, Save the Cat, it's, like, a screenwriter's, like, book. Mm-hmm. But the idea behind, like, calling it Save the Cat is, like, to make your hero likable, it's important to give them something for, like, your reader to root for. And, like, the most equivalent of that is, like, saving a cat. So, like, he's doing these horrible things, but then he's on his way home. Like, maybe he's like, cat. He just murdered someone, but he's walking home and he sees a cat and he goes and saves it. So there's, like, something about him.
Maybe there's something redeemable in there.
Yes, and it's like, if you don't have that, your hero is just, like, not...
They're flat.
Like, Don Draper, like, even when you find out he's, like, kind of cheating and, like, maybe whatever, it's like, yeah, but he's really good at his job, though, isn't he?
Right.
So it's like, he's, like, saving the company, or he's, like, helping, like, his secretary or whatever.
Oh,
Peggy?
Elizabeth Moss. Yeah.
So he's, like, helping Peggy, like, become, like him. And it's like, oh, like, he's good in that way.
Yeah.
If you don't have that, and you just have the bad.
It's just kind of like,
Yeah.
Ugh.
Anyway, that was a long-winded, like, prerequisite before we start. What did you rate this?
3.
I think I might have given it a 3 or 2.5, Like, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
This wasn't for me. I like the premise.
Premise was fine.
Yeah, and the writing was fine.
Yeah, it just... Yeah, we'll get into it.
So leave and come back.
Mm-hmm.
If you dare.
Favorite character, least favorite character? I mean, she was my least favorite character.
She is, and I now want to say, like, what they, like, immediately off the jump describe her character doing is leaving her best friend when she's about to get married.
Yes, literally, that's my first question. Like, would you miss your best friend's wedding? Would you miss my wedding if you were...
Never!
Okay, let's just say, okay, so, like, you lost your job in April.
Yeah.
Let's just say I was getting married in May, and you went to Eat, Pray, Love, and didn't go to my wedding.
Yes.
That's awful.
Her reasoning was so flawed, too. It was like, there's a flight tomorrow, and if I don't get on it, I will never get on it.
I'm like, why?
Yeah, like, why?
Just wait.
It's like, I'll find another job, and I'll just never go. And it's like, okay, then, like, don't find another job.
Yeah, take some time.
Like, it makes no sense to me.
It was stupid.
And she's like, she'll forgive me.
No.
Like, I wouldn't. Would you forgive her?
No.
If I did that to you, would you forgive me?
No.
Even if your husband ends up sucking, like, she didn't get married in the end. Like, spoiler alert.
But she didn't know that.
She didn't know that. And, like, even in that case, I would want my best friend there when the wedding got called
off. Yes. It was insane. From the start, from the start.
It makes you not like her.
I was just like, oh, you suck so bad.
You suck. It's like, you can understand at first, like, she gets fired because she threw a cup at her boyfriend because he, like...
Also red flag.
She
threw a cup at her ex-boyfriend. A mug at his head.
Because she didn't do her job.
Yeah, also, like, do your job better.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, she didn't really have... And, like, her parents were also getting a divorce, and she was like, fuck my mom. Like,
yeah.
And, like, I didn't like her mom, but in her, like, when she's thinking about it herself, she's, like, not being nice about it.
No, she's not nice.
She's not nice.
No. She goes, when she finally lands in Greece, and ends up at that hotel.
It's her parents, it's the hotel her parents went to their honeymoon on.
Yeah. And there's that other guy who's the guest, and she's
straight up
so rude to him.
She's so rude to him. She's like, he won't shut up about olive trees.
Yeah. You're in Greece.
She's like tuning him out.
You're in Greece. If you've ever been to Greece, you know.
There's olive trees.
It's just olive trees. For days. For days. And it's like a huge part
of their culture.
Yes. And like
100%.
They're freaking like they're like produce, not produce, but agriculture.
Yes.
Like it is a huge part of it. And it's just like, yeah, he's gonna talk about olive trees. You're in the olive tree capital of the fucking world.
And I think at the same time, like, he was sitting there talking, and she was like, I could sleep with him, I guess, if I wanted to.
Yes! I was just like, I hate you so much. I just did not
she was,
like her.
She was, recounting her, like, her previous trysts, and she's like,
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm not interested, though, he's so boring.
So boring. I'm like, he's so nice. Which I didn't think I don't think she gave enough of him. Yeah, I think because you were only in the main girl's perspective, you couldn't actually... Because she didn't ask any questions. She was so bored. I'm like, I want to get to know him. Yeah, like, tell me... He seems like a nice guy. Yes. Because, like, he had this whole backstory, like, that I feel like you don't get to explore either. She just, like, didn't even scratch the surface. No. It was just kind of like... He was just kind of there. Yeah. But you still liked him. Yeah. Which just says a lot about her that I didn't even like her, and I liked him. I didn't even know that much about him. Exactly. And, like, I liked the... So, favorite character... Uh-huh. I really liked well, okay, maybe he's not my favorite. The guy who died? Because he also, like, shouldn't have done that. Yeah. I take it back. Before he died, great. I liked him a lot. After he died, I was like, that's so... Like, he had his whole, like, niece
is it his niece?
Yeah.
Then, like, he didn't want to leave it to her because she was going to sell it.
Yeah.
Like, but you trust this, and then they didn't sell it in the end. But, like, I don't know.
I know these strangers are going to immediately sell this.
Yes, I don't know.
And you, like, marry people against their will?
Okay, I did have that question. Would you, like, I caught on to it immediately.
Immediately.
Even if I was drunk, I wouldn't be signing shit for, like, a blessing.
Priest,
chapel,
altar,
sign your name.
No! Do
Are
not
you
sign
dumb?
it. Yeah, that was stupid.
Oh. And then they fall asleep and they wake up and he's dead next to them.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was so weird.
That was very weird. Yeah. I did not like that.
No.
What would he have done if they hadn't come?
If they hadn't kissed in the church randomly.
Yeah.
I guess it would have gone to the creek. I guess it would have gone to the niece.
Yeah, it was weird.
And the whole like
super weird.
Guilt tripping them to pay money because if they don't, his body will be exhumed.
Oh yeah.
I believe that's a real thing, 100%. But I'm also like, that's not my responsibility. I've known you all for like 2 weeks.
That's the thing. It's just like, I don't know. I don't think I would have reacted in the same way in the situation.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what kind of business you're giving me. What if this business is a money laundering business? What if it's like deep in drugs? What if it's XYZ? Like, what if it's in debt? What if it's just...
That would be my thing.
Like, what if it's on the verge of bankruptcy?
It wasn't turning a profit. They said that. And like, you were like buying everything on credit essentially from your island mates. But it's like, so it could have been worse though.
Yeah.
It could have been way worse.
It could have been way worse. Like, I just feel like they were like, I guess we're doing this. And I'm like, you don't have to do this.
And there was some tension, like, we should just leave. Like, why are we staying here? And then I was like, oh, well, we can try. There's already guests coming. We have to stay. And it's like, okay. I did think it was really funny that the 2 ladies that came to stay right first, I thought they'd be like, oh, this is so nice. They were bitches to them.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was so funny.
Yeah.
They were not nice to them. They're like, it's adequate here, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you were given a hotel, you'd have a lot of questions.
I'd bring a lawyer into the mix.
Yes.
That'd be a first call.
Yes.
A lawyer.
He wasn't a lawyer, was he? No, he was something else.
He was a...
I can't remember what he was.
He wasn't a doctor.
They have to have lawyer friends, though. They're all, like, in the rich city people.
Oh, yeah, she's, like, in Silicon Valley.
Yeah. Like, they would know a lawyer.
Wait, was he a lawyer? No, I don't think he was. I think he was a doctor, maybe.
I think we're thinking of the guy in the book where he was dying. He was a lawyer, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember what he was, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he was.
Bring in a lawyer,
but yeah,
though.
first thing I would do, call a lawyer.
Yeah.
First thing.
Not stay there.
Not stay there and entertain a guest.
Entertain a guest.
Heck no.
Let everyone guilt me into, like...
Yes.
It was just so interesting.
Yeah.
And then, like, they're an interesting couple, too, because it was, like... He was so jealous.
Oh, yeah.
But he wouldn't admit that he... I don't know. It was weird.
It was very weird. I'm not sure what kind of dynamic she was going for.
I don't either.
I wasn't here for it.
It wasn't really working.
I was not here for it.
I also, one last characterization of her, I had said this to our book club, I was like, and my last straw was, she literally says in the book, like, I don't like Mamma Mia. And I was like,
oh,
you so
that's
mad.
right, that's a lie.
That was the last straw. You're out of here.
You crossed it.
No.
Yeah. What a weirdo.
What a weirdo.
Yeah, I wasn't really rooting for them.
I wasn't either. I was like, you guys could just go home.
And I would...
It'd be fine.
I'd be unchanged.
Like, sell it to that guy, leave it to the niece and nephew. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just get out of here.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah. And, like, I loved, like, the backdrop. I think she did a good job of, like, creating the atmosphere of that island.
Yeah.
It was just the characters I hated.
Yeah.
And it's hard to save that.
If I'm not rooting for you, I'm just not invested.
Especially if it's a romance.
Yes! I want to be swept away.
Yeah, I want to be like, oh, will they, won't they? Do it!
Yes!
But I'm like, I don't care if you do it or not.
I don't care at all.
I could care less.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It wasn't for me.
It wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Terribly sorry.
Oh, cheers to Greece.
To Greece. We have been to Greece.
Yes.
We did love it.
And it was great.
And I would go back.
Absolutely.
And I would not sign my name into any books at any churches.
No, like, that's gotta be common sense.
Especially rich people are supposed to be, like, really smart.
Yeah, like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Cheers to Greece.
To Greece. Oh, I'm tripping on me.
I know. And then next week, we're talking about The Serpent and the Wings of Night. Yep. By Carissa
Broadbent.
Broadbent.
Yes.
That sounds like a made-up name.
That does.
Yeah.
A nom de plume.
It might not be. Sorry, Carissa, if it is. If it's not.
Broadbench. I've never heard of Broadbench.
I've never seen the last name before in my life.
No, but it's 2 words, like, put together, so.
Yeah.
Who knows? We'll Google that for now.
Yeah.
Join us next week to find out if it is her real name or not.
Yep.
We'll tell you.
Sweet.
Alright. Bye, guys.